Nigeria Civil Aviation Regulations. What we have in operation now is 2015. And between you and me, a lot of things had happened between 2015 and now. We're in 2023. So with that changes, well, but we already have a new act, that is 2022 Civil Aviation, which has become operational since August last year, which repealed the 2006 Civil Aviation Act. Before then, the sister agencies like Nigeria Space Management Agency, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, in some area they are allowed to regulate themselves. All those are 6 now. So all the regulatory authorities and rules are now being shifted to the NCAR alone. And with that, then of course it becomes necessary that the civil aviation regulations be reviewed. That review has been done. The necessary amendment have been incorporated by the standing committee. We have a standing committee on that in the regulations. So they have done that. We already hosted it on the website. All they require calling for on stakeholders, everybody that has interest, not personal interest now, we are talking about corporate interest as an organization, as an airline operators, as a dispatcher, stakeholders, pilot, media, everybody. Of course, all our regulation review, remember, we only take the journalists to the airport hotel to create a platform for everybody to make an input. But thank God for technology now. It's available for everybody to make input, and of course, if you have observations or whatever, the appropriate address will be given. You can send it to NCA, you can send it to DG, you can send it on our info email. There are so many channels by which you can communicate. You can be hard copy, can be soft copy. Okay. You can bring it to any of our offices at the corporate headquarters in Abuja or to Lagos office. Okay, you said it has been hosted where? It's on our website. Okay, the address of your website for those who want to contribute. Okay. If you are good, you can send an email to NCA at info, that is w.nca.gov.ng, okay. Or you visit the website, which is www.nca.gov.ng, okay. And of course you have it on that document, and you can download. It's quite bulky. It's over 50 pages. Okay. Then you can download it and print out and make your comments. Okay. Now tell us about these regulations, because a lot of people might want to know. The regulations entails what? The regulation is the Bible. We call it our own Bible. It's like a holy book to us in aviation. That is the document we use. When we talk about regulation or regulated industry, that is the document that provides a canon, what we do, how we oversight, what we need to do, what question to ask, what to look out for, either as a pilot, basically we exist because of aircraft. When I say we, I mean Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. Existence is basically because of the safety of that aircraft. An aircraft now doesn't just operate alone. It's operated by human beings. Everybody that works on aircraft hold a license from NCA. Is spelled out in a part of that regulation. Talk about part C, talk about the human personnel, talk about the aviation, the airworthiness of the airplane, you talk about the environment in which it's operating, the aerodromes. So all the aspects airplane operates in an airport and in and out of the airport. So the airports operating have a license of issued by NCA. What are the things we are looking for that makes you to have a license of NCA? It is those licenses or certificate that we can withdraw or revoke. That is where the power lies. If you don't have those licenses, you cannot operate. As an individual, if you don't have a license, you cannot operate. So whether you have a certificate, a license, having trained as a pilot, and if you are employed by any airline, it has to present it to NCA. Then you see that do exam. If it's not from NCA, if it's from abroad that you got your license, we have to domesticate it by you sitting down, write our exam. If you pass, we issue our own license. I don't qualify you to fly. So now the same thing with the crew. They have our license. The engineer, they hold our license. The airport authority, each airport has a license. Every aircraft has a certificate of airworthiness, which lasted for a period, after which you go for another round of maintenance, then you get it renewed, revalidated. The same thing with pilot license after about 4 years. But apart from that, a pilot also is made to undergo a medical check certification after 66 months. It's not 4 years. Despite that you have a license to be a pilot, but your medical status is being examined and validated 6 months interval. And for example, you have an ailment that will not allow you to be in the cockpit. It doesn't mean that it's not a death sentence. You have to be managed and stay in office pending where your health will permit being in a state of by which you can fly a plane. So by extension, I can say that the pilot are the most well healthy, because we check it at interval, not just go and sign a document and bring to us. A medical status will be validated. If you have an eye impairment, you cannot fly until it is worked on and managed and have a good report, or else you'll be confined to office.
Okay, so one can say that this regulation entails everything about the industry, that everybody is free to contribute, especially the passengers. You know, when it has to do with delays, cancellations, they can also.
Of course, that is part 70. I mean, 90 or so. Passengers also have to make an input at this point now. Oh, maybe the fine is too small. You can make a suggestion, and we'll look at the committee. Will look at it again. This is time to make your input. Not go to any platform now. Come, make your suggestion in writing. Then they will look at it vis-a-vis what is obtainable in other countries of the world.
Okay.
We don't operate in an island. Okay. It's a business that cut across, that unite the whole world together, and in the same language, the same law.
Okay, so how long will this review be on before it is closed?
No, okay, it's been on now. I think it's about 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's been on. The amendment they've been sitting for quite a while, but in the next 2 weeks or thereabouts, they are welcoming comments or observations or whatever. Yes.
So how long will they wait for such comments?
For about 2 weeks.
For about 2 weeks. Though after then they.
Then of course they have to go back and review what they have received.
Okay.
Yes.
And when that is done, what is the next step?
It will be promulgated and it become a law.
Okay.
We empower that the law to make what you call auxiliary laws. It becomes, our regulation is a law, and we're empowered to do that. And we're following the process that the law says we should follow. We have sent out a notice of rulemaking that we're going to do this. Now it is time for people to take comment from others. Okay. If we don't have, then we'll go ahead and promulgate what we have. But if we have, we review it side by side, take observe, compare with what obtain other in other climates.
Okay.
Other regions of the world.
Okay.